Jake says he's calling. We'll see. What are you doing? She want cookies. Say he's calling in like 5 minutes. So you guys get ready to hear some Jake. He's just licking hands. Surprise belly. Connection successful. Reconnection. It's a nightmare for anybody who's watching. Let's see. Oh, so lag. Mini lags. It's like a comic book. Like an audio driven comic book. You sitting on the floor? The chair's getting uncomfortable. I'm sorry, babe. Yeah, this literally is like a one frame comic book, audiobook kind of. I don't know. It's funny. It's not going to connect to my hotspot. I mean, I have only 2 bars down here on my actual. Yeah, we're in the basement, so we ain't gonna get no connection. That's okay. That's okay. You guys are sticking through it with me. I don't know if the audio comes through a little bit better and maybe just the video is laggy. Not really sure. But maybe they both are lagged. Who can tell? Not this guy. It was mostly a trial and also a way to let you guys know we here. We're back. Or at least I'm back. We as in Jake and I. No. But I'm holding it down. Because originally the show was created just to hang out with cool, talented people, drink beer with them, and when I didn't have time to do that, and there was nobody to interview, I would just drink beer, or we would drink beer. But c'est la vie. Ooh, that boy smoky. Ugh. Ugh. I'm excited to have a legit setup though, and now that like, I mean, I see what you're getting at, babe. Like, kind of want me. You kept asking me like when I'm gonna kick the show back up or when I'm gonna bring it back up because it kind of refuels me. Like if I take too long of a break from it, not saying I won't start it back up, but I could lose some of the passion. Before we were going live every Monday without fail, and when it became a little easier to take a Monday off, then it became a little easier to take 2 Mondays off, and then things snowball. But now that I'm here, honestly, I don't even think I need. I think I could go to Home Depot and for about $25. So Spectrum said that they would quote me about 69 bucks, I think, something like that, to get an Ethernet cable downstairs. I could probably do that for about 30 bucks. That's including the Ethernet cable. But I could always just opt out and just say, okay, cool. I'll have them do it. It'll be better that way. It'll look nicer. It'll be cleaner. And they'll basically, there's already a cable going through the ground. It's our internet. So it's already going through the floorboards upstairs. And basically, I'll I was going to get a file and just make it bigger, make the hole bigger so I can fit an Ethernet cable through it. But I might just have them do that. That way I don't have to really file up the floor. I wonder how that is. Whenever you do your closing with a real estate, when you leave a rental property, if they're like, oh hey, this hole in the floor, and you're like, oh yeah, the internet company did that. If you're liable for it, or if it's just normal wear and tear that goes into having a place. But yeah, hopefully soon, I will have that Ethernet cable coming down here. Then I can go ahead and start setting things up. I'll have my like entertainment rack. So it's a rack that has like my all my cables, my audio equipment, has all that shit on it. My tripods. I can start getting shit organized, and she's just borking for no reason. But yeah, I can start thinking about my layout and how I want things to be in here. And that's pretty exciting. Um, there's a nice pillar in between. You guys can't really see it. I'll try to turn it on. It's just Bonnie walking around. That's the studio. I turned the headlight off because it was blinding, and it also makes a noise, which is very annoying. Bonnie, what you doing? Yeah, I don't know. Down to 194, 0 kilobytes a second. It goes down and then goes back up. Does it get cold in the basement in the winter? Um, no. I would say that since this is below the ground, it stays ground level, so it doesn't really get cold. It just stays whatever the level the like underground is. The basements kind of keep the same consistent temperature all the time. So if it could be snowing outside and it still is going to keep the same general temperature. It's yeah, it is what it is. I'm excited about the space though. I don't know what I'm going to do about that light. There's a light over there that has like a serious hum, and more than a hum that's coming from my desktop. Coming from my desktop. Whenever I had my other microphone and stuff, it would never hear any of that, even though I was way closer to it. It has like a noise gate, and it's designed to not capture things like that. But this Yeti is it doesn't do the same thing. It's a different kind of mic. But yeah, there's lots of cool spaces. I even thought in the future that I wanted to do some kind of like VR setup to where you guys could see me on the green screen, but also see what I'm seeing. Which I mean is not extremely uncommon on Twitch, but I thought it could be interesting. And I definitely have the space for it down here in the basement. It's a pretty large space. I've got this whole room right here, and then there's this other massive room that I can split into two sections. So it's gonna be nice. I got to figure out what to do with that bulb over there though, because it has a constant hum, which is very annoying. Very annoying. Like we'll be upstairs, and if I forget to turn that light off, I'll still hear it humming. Oh, you can't hear any noise. Okay, cool. So yeah, I did put on this Yeti through OBS. I put a noise gate and a noise suppression thing on there, but I wasn't sure if it actually worked. I hear it through here, but that doesn't mean you guys necessarily hear it. It's just this annoying hum. When you get a second, can you turn on the basement light? Just turn on the basement light, and then I'll show you guys kind of the basement. Okay, so I want to have interviews in front of that. So I have a